Good morning, guys. Captain Dylan Hubbard here at Hubbard's Marina with a beautiful sunrise view inside Johns Pass Village here at Hubbard's Marina. Another beautiful day to head out there on the water. We got our 10-hour all-day leaving today, our first 10-hour trip of the year, basically, behind our red snapper. So we're excited for our 10-hour all-day trips to start. We've got our live show going on tonight. If you're ready for that live stream show, that'll be tonight at 8:30 p.m. We're gonna work on trying to get our special guest in the studio with us again this week like we had last week, so stay tuned for that announcement. But we've got Will here from our 39-hour trip. How you doing, Will?
Good, good.
Now, you guys came in this morning from a 39-hour. We missed the pile. We were a little busy out there this morning, but you guys did pretty well. You got some nice jacks, huh?
Yeah, the big jacks are out there, guys. We hadn't been fishing for them too much during red snapper season, so we weren't seeing them. But Captain Garrett had a few spots where he knew they would be there, and they're 50 to 70 pounds, a lot of them. I don't know what the jackpot one was. Did you see it, D?
I didn't catch the jackpot size, but there were some big jacks.
Yeah, they was close to 70 pounds, I bet.
Yeah.
And maybe even bigger. But
and you caught two of them on a troller, I heard.
Yeah, they'll bite a deep diving trolling lure too. So you've got a shot at a jack or two throughout the season fishing on a troller, and occasionally we'll run you over a spot where we know you're going to catch one on that troller. We can't do that all the time, but sometimes.
Yeah, it was pretty funny catching jacks on trolling lures. Those are Apollo X-Wraps, I assume?
Yeah, we did one pass on after we caught the jack, maybe 10 jacks on a spot, we did one pass on the trollers, caught 2 more, and we talked about doing a little more trolling for jacks, but we didn't do it.
Yeah, that's pretty funny.
Yeah.
Now, for amberjack, what was the hot bait this trip? The big live baits?
The big live baits worked. Mike had one on a big jig, and lost it. It was a big fish, too. The bigger jigs for the amberjacks.
Yeah, the biggest knife jig, the biggest flutter jig, those huge diamond jigs. Yeah, just like live bait, the bigger is better, even with the jigs, right?
Yeah, you'll catch the smaller jacks on the small jigs, and the jack's got to be 34 inches to be a keeper to the fork, so you want to use a bigger jig to try to get to that bigger jack.
Now, with the new moon, the night bite was kind of slow. That caused the new moon caused some really heavy currents, so you guys struggled a little bit on the bottom fishing, huh?
Yeah, we struggled on the night bite, but learned from that, and we're going to do a lot better next week on the mangroves and stuff like that. We'll go a little further and try a different area next week.
And also, the current should be dying down as that moon phase changes.
Yeah, this hasn't been like this in years past, but we've had a serious moon phase tide this season. Yeah, the last couple moons, full moon, new moon, same issues on both. With that real heavy current. Yeah, and we've been dealing with it. This trip, it wasn't ever screaming, but it was steady the whole time, where it was something you had to deal with the whole trip, you know? Yeah. But yeah, that should be backed off by the end of this week, and got another good month of fishing here to do. Yep, we got a whole 3 months of amberjack season, and then after the amberjacks close, the gag grouper bites starts heating up. We are catching some gags now. You guys got some grouper on this trip, right? Yeah, we got some grouper, lost some big groupers too. The gags are still out there, and I feel like we're about to be getting on those mangroves. This trip was not very good on the mangroves, but I feel like it's about to happen any day now, guys. They're about to come in. Yeah, those mangroves should be popping off for us soon. I saw a big mutton. Yeah, we got a nice mutton, a few reds, a few gags. As far as pelagics go, not much in the way of pelagics and barracudas. But all in all, it was a good trip. We got those big meaty jacks. You get a lot of meat out of one of those jacks. And the big live baits were working. 80-pound test, big hook for that big live bait. And you got to let him eat it. Your daughter Madison says hello and good job, Daddy. All right, well, thanks, buddy. I appreciate your time. All righty. All right, guys, remember, we do have that live stream show tonight at 8:30 p.m. if you want to join us for that. Don't forget about our Fox 13 news shows we do every Friday morning at 8:15 a.m. We've got our Bass Pro Shop seminar coming up here August 10th. If you want to join us at Bass Pro Shops, plus we've teamed up with Barracuda Tackle. We have a really cool party coming up with Barracuda Tackle.
And we're going to be at Barracuda Tackle's warehouse, and we're going to be giving away free trips. We're going to give away 8 free trips. There's going to be a lot of other prizes given away too, so stay tuned for details about that Barracuda Tackle party. And I'm going to take you over to the cutting table and see if Will's got any more of these jacks. They've been cutting amberjack all morning. There's a few big ones. Gino, you think you could hold one of these big boys up? This should be good. Nice big old amberjack there in the bucket. Nice fish. It's as big as you are, Gino. Some other big ones still in the bucket there. Some Almaco jacks. Will's been cutting fish up all morning. Ton of big fish to cut. These amberjack take a while to cut, and take a while to pick up too. That's a big fish. Nice fish. Woo! That is a nice one. It's a jean-sized amberjack. Will's still busy cutting over there. There goes the 10-hour trip, heading out for that 10-hour all-day hunting some of those hogfish and some of those red grouper, lane snapper, and others. Got some red grouper on the cutting table. They caught some porgies, some almacos. They got some other fish as well. So they did pretty good out there on that 39-hour trip. Finishing up cutting some of those fish. Still got some amberjack on the deck. They've been cutting fish since they got back here right around 5:30 in the morning. So they've been cutting fish a while. But a lot of birds hanging around, enjoying up their scraps. And there goes the 10-hour all day. Heading out there. The 10-hour all day fish is about 15 to 25 miles out. They're going out fishing about 60 to 100 foot of water, targeting those mangrove snapper, those lanes, those vermilions, hoping for some of those hogfish and whatever else might be biting out there on that 10-hour all day. They do catch a lot of those gray snapper, porgies, sea bass as well. A lot of gray snapper on the 10-hour trip. They're just not that far out there to get away from them. But they do really well on some other species too, especially when the hogfish bite starts picking back up. Right now we started catching those hogs, but we're not catching them like crazy quite yet. We're catching most of the time on those 10-hour trips. The quality fish that we're seeing are those mangrove snapper, lane snapper, some yellowtails, and then the occasional red grouper. The gag grouper don't really show up that often on our 10-hour trip just because we're not fishing that far out. And the gags this time of year are out there in that super deep water. To get consistent numbers of big amberjack, definitely want to go deeper. Deeper you go, the better chances you have at catching those bigger amberjack or bigger gag grouper and catching good numbers of them. Amberjack as well, anywhere from about 150 to about 200 foot is where we see those amberjack pretty consistently. Closer to 200 foot is definitely where we'd be targeting those amberjack for sure. So you don't see amberjack on the 10-hour trips. You catch most of your amberjack on your 12-hour extreme or 39-hour trips or a long-range private fishing charter on, say, the Flying Hub 1 or Flying Hub 2. But there goes the friendly taking off. It's time to go out there and get started on getting this half-day boat out. Remember, if you're too busy to go fishing, you're just too darn busy. Hopefully you can join us for our live show tonight at 8:30 p.m. We're going to be talking all about fishing tips, tricks, and more. And we're going to be giving away free fishing trips during that live show. And then also we got that Bass Pro Shop seminar August 10th at 2 p.m. And we got that Barracuda Tackle party coming up. It's going to have free beer, free vodka, free trips, lots of cool stuff going on in that Barracuda Tackle party. So stay tuned for that. And we'll see you soon at Hubbard's Marina, guys. Wish that 10-hour trip good luck by clicking like on the video. Don't forget to check us out on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. Have a great day, y'all.